Hello, hello, hello. This is Director Cheugy clocking in. To those of you who might not know me, I'm a siren who has been reluctantly girl bossing since long before you've been born. Now that I've worked my way up to upper middle management at Evil Money Corp, I've decided enough is enough. So I'm doing that cool, quiet quitting thing by moonlighting as a VTuber on company time. If you like the vibe, I do hope you'll stick around and even consider giving a follow. But that's totally up to you. Okay, so what the hell are we actually doing today? Well, as the title might imply, we are going to be putzing around in live 2D? No, that's a lie. VTube Studio. As I'm such a noob, I am absolutely such a noob. I hadn't even opened VTube Studio until, I don't know, yes, 2 days ago for the very first time as I was prepping to get my 2D model handoff. And it was a lot to handle and I didn't know what I was doing and I tried to stream it. So I thought that I owed you all an update, an abridged version, because I really struggled to learn how to do the thing. Okay, so we're gonna head over. I'm not gonna belabor this. It's alive, but it's not really alive, if you know. All right, so we are gonna be working with this customizable model. Here, look at how good it looks. So this was posted on Valentine's Day. What a lovely treat. Lovely surprise. I think the artist's name is Suiika. I'm not the best with pronunciation, but there are a ton of customizable features. Everyone's going wild for it, both in good and bad ways. Some people are saying, hey, this is a great way to democratize and make VTubing more accessible for many more people. Others say that it's going to put artists out of business. So a lot of discourse, but that's not what we're here to do. We're here just to dive in and to say, hey, I'm an absolute noob with zero experience. I'm going to spend less than $150 US dollar on a VTube model, and I'm going to customize it to my preferences. So today I'm going to walk you through how to do these things, where to find all of these sliders and toggles, and they're called parameters, I found out, because it took me, I don't know, a full 5 hours just to find this screen. And that is a little bit of an exaggeration, but when you get into the program, I did not find it terribly intuitive. And the same might be true for you. So let's get into it. This is the model. It is available. Look at so many good things. It's an absolute banger of a model. Great work by this artist. I purchased mine on VGen. So as you can see, it was $119 US. I don't know why I'm saying dollar instead of dollars. There's already 1,000 orders here. And on Ko-Fi, or coffee, 115 euro, and also 1,000 sold, 1,500 sold. So yeah, there's a lot of these models, over 3,000 now, out in the wild. Ooh, I'm not gonna go back there. Ooh, it started playing again. I'm a professional streamer, don't worry about it. So there's a bunch of these models floating around out in the wild, but they're so customizable. I have not seen any two alike at all. So I'm going to show you how to customize your own, and then also just knowing the terms and conditions is important. So just be aware that there are a lot of customization options. There's not a ton of the face and body. There's a little bit here. There are quite a few hairstyles that you can mix and match. A lot of outfits, a lot of accessories, and then horns, ears. So I'm a siren. There are no fish ears, as you can tell, but there's the option to have no ears. So just know that there are definitely updates coming, but these are roughly the customization options. And I believe you do have access to all future updates when they go live. You are not allowed to buy the base model, customize it, and then sell it or share it. So please be advised of that. You do have to give attribution to the artist. They own all of the intellectual rights, so you're not allowed to claim it as the rightful creator, and you are not allowed to do any giveaways of the model. You can't purchase it and then give it away. As in, you can't resell, upload, share. Sharing these files, I think, would be counting as the giveaway. When you download the model, you'll get a zip file and also access to this Google Doc. I will zoom in just a little bit. So this has been updated already quite a few times. It was updated on the 16th. Well, I guess that was 3 days ago at this point. There's a lot of information in the Discord if you need tech support. But essentially what this is saying is, hey, due to the model size, you cannot use it with VNet Multiplayer Collab, which is a new feature that YouTube Studio is offering. There's also 2 versions of the model files. There's a 4K version and a 2K version. So that's gonna really help you understand your computer. I don't know what I'm saying. You know, they're different sizes. It's early, I need my coffee, but I wanted to still make this video. All right, so this is also, there's also the size of the texture atlas. What the hell is a texture atlas? That's the other thing. I could not find like a dictionary of these terms, and there's a lot of them. Basically, it is a Photoshop or an art file that has all of the different pieces of the model on it so that you can edit it. And then the export size, I believe, of that will indicate the quality, which means that this is going to be a heavier file. The 4K model's textures will be higher quality, but might be difficult to run on some PCs. There you go. There you go. Performance issues. Performance issues is what I was saying. It is recommended to use smooth mask settings and using the highest pixel and mask options in order for textures to display properly. So basically the way that I understand a 2D model working, and you may already know this, but I'm pretending you're an absolute noob, is that essentially an artist will draw your model and then they're gonna separate each individual piece that you want movement in into a different layer. And all those layers cannot be stacked on top of each other in a texture atlas. They all need to be sort of like spread out. I can bring that up now. Let's see. So inside of the file, what you will get, let me do this. Photo. This is a free Photoshop-like application. I'm gonna drop the texture map in here. It's gonna take a while. Oh, it didn't take that long to load. Great. So as you can see here over on the right-hand side, there are textures. They're labeled texture 1 through 18. They, in parentheses, it'll tell you what it is. But essentially you toggle on and off these textures. There is background to make it easier for you to look at. But when you toggle it on, you will see here that there are these outlines. Those outlines essentially tell you what the things are. They're markers. You can turn those off. And then your texture file here, that's one file. See, all of these things sit on one layer. Ooh, looks like this marker was left. Interesting. Okay, so you can come into these art files and manually edit this. So I have not used one of these programs in so long, but like you can add, I was on the background. That's might be. You have to be on the actual texture. So people have come in and done like tattoos or ombres or whatever on the art file, and then turned off the background and then re-exported this and then gone and replaced the actual file in the parent like file. But basically this is a texture map, and there is one of these for each of the parts of the model. So this is essentially cutting, as I understand it. Skin holes. No, those are sock holes. Thigh squishes. So yeah, there's quite a bit of work done, but that is what I understand to be a texture map. I had to learn that. Okay. So, when you open VTube Studio, there are some quality and effects that, to optimize the model. These are the recommended settings. However, using such a high mask setting might make your model lag due to it using a lot of graphics processing resources. You can lower the mask settings to get better performance. Choosing between quality or performance, totally up to you. I love that. I love that line. In my initial video, I didn't actually read any of this, which might explain some of my issues, but also perhaps not. Perhaps a noob needed a little bit more. All right, please scroll down to helpful links to see a collection of tutorials on how to further improve your model's performance. Cool, so this is performance, but this doesn't tell me how to actually customize it. Okay, order help. If you have issues with your order, you are not receiving the files immediately, etc., please first check if your payment is pending. In some cases, PayPal, blah, 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 blah. So that happened to me on VGen. I purchased it, and then I went to orders, and it was blank, and it was like, you haven't ordered anything. And I kept refreshing. Nothing would happen. But then I went to my email, and there was just an email sitting there that was like, here's your files. And when I clicked on it, then they gave me this screen. So check your email as well if you do order via VGen. Because there's nothing worse than spending, $120 or more and being like, oh crap, I don't have the thing. Did I just get scammed? You didn't get scammed. I promise you. Technology just hated you that day. I don't know. All right. How to import your model into VTube Studio. This is great. This is a very straightforward tutorial. You're going to unzip the file, and then you're going to click on Settings. Open the Data folder. This will open your VTube Studio folder. Open Live 2D Models folder. This is where all of your models are stored. Drag and drop unzipped customizable into the folder. Choose to reopen, close and reopen VTube Studio. Now you will have successfully imported your model and it is ready to be used. I'm going to show you an easier way to do that, actually. I think that this is technically the correct way, but I think that there is an easier way. Setup. VTube settings. The model is already set up for direct usage. However, everyone's face movement is different, and therefore you might need to make adjustments in VTube Studios. I recommend making a copy of the original files before changing settings if you're not familiar with tinkering of the settings. Great. Rebridger. The model can also be used with Rebridger extension. This is the point where I note I am on a Mac computer, so what you see might be slightly different from what I am showing you, but I have a program called Crossover that allows me to run vBridger. So the vBridger essentially pairs with your iPhone, and I believe you can pair it with a webcam as well to get more advanced tracking. So that's how your model reacts to you moving your human body. You can do things like puff out your cheeks and stick out your tongue. Versus, you can't do that without vBridger. That's as much as I know. Again, I'm a total noob. I am giving it to you straight from the noob's mouth. I've learned this over the last 2.5 days. I'm sure I will look back in 5 days and cringe, but time is of the essence, people. I want to get this to you as soon as possible. All right, customize hotkeys. How to create new customization expressions. This was not here when I originally looked, but now it is here. This would have helped me 2 days ago. Oh well. I made my own tutorial, which is why I'm doing this, but whatever. How to create new customization expressions. Head to the hotkey settings. It is the last button on the top left. Here. Click the expression editor choose your parameters. Cool. So you don't need to select the skin one. Okay. Scroll to the bottom of the expressions list and press the plus button. Select set unset. Great. Okay. How to save your customizations. After saving your customizations, trigger, toggle it on in general configuration, click remember scene. Okay. How to edit them? You open your expression. Okay, this might not be making sense to you, but this is all new, so I wanted to look at it. Okay. When making a new hairstyle and outfit expressions fade. Okay, cool. Customization. Highly recommend avoiding editing outfits on stream due to the risk of getting banned on Twitch. It is recommended to make outfit toggles before stream and switch via hotkeys instead. So for obvious reasons, we're not going to be editing any outfits here. I'm also just giving you a short tutorial, even though we're already, I don't know, like 20 minutes into this. Okay. Default options. To turn off default options, human ears, default hair, etc. Please turn on the parameters first and then slide it to 0. Okay, face customization is limited but possible. Almost everything has a color hue, saturation, and darkness. Hairstyles have an optional contrast slider. Great. Hairstyles can be mixed and matched. Cool. The frame hairs are not rigged to be used in combination with other frame hairs. Please only choose one frame hair. I don't know what a frame hair is yet, but that's okay. The shape of the clothing will depend on the chest size. Great. Texture editing. Texture editing is allowed. I've added a PSD file for easier editing. This is perfect. People are also adding like fish scales and stuff like that. I recommend making a copy of the original PSD before editing, as the end result may not always be as expected. I recommend just saving your zip file. There are duplicates for some layers, either for contrast, darker colors, or underfill. Cool. All of this is new. I love that this got released. This is what you call an MVP. We're gonna get to market fast. But I'm sure it was a lot of trial and error and a lot of headache, whereas if most of this would have been done on off grip, on grip, I don't know. We might have seen other behaviors. All right, reload model, texture is applied. Great. How to update to a newer version. Okay, so I did say that there might be a new version, which is great. And then terms and conditions. By purchasing and downloading, you're agreeing to these terms and conditions. You cannot resell it. You must, you're allowed to use it for commercial videos, streaming, and social media. It is prohibitive to produce merchandise. So this is not going to be a model that'll take you for years to come, but it is a great starter model just to get you out and about and starting to stream. I mean, I'm a PNG tuber. That's how I got out and about starting to stream. And I might have spent the same amount on this PNG tuber because I got all this stuff. Oh, not that one. That's when I get demoted. But yeah, just start streaming. Intellectual rights, giveaways, and then bug feedback via the Discord. They've been very responsive of saying, no, that's a feature, or is that a bug? Updates, I will regularly update the model whenever there are bugs discovered. Perfect. And announce it on Twitter. Custom commissions soon. Okay. How to run VTube Studio without Steam. How to use Sprout 2 with OBS. So I also don't use OBS. I don't do this. I don't do this. How to connect V2 Studio video. Okay, great. vBridger. And then how to use vBridger with a webcam. Cool. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, she's back. Now, some of that is new, some of that is old, but do you want to guess, just based on my reading and the general vibe, how it went for me to open this model and start going? Well, if you want, you can see. Look at this. I had to update the title. Failed building 2D Cheugy with the customizable VTuber model. Want to see how it went? I'm so sure you do. Okay, so this is vBridger. As I said, I have crossover that will run this Windows program. So vBridger via crossover, and then VTube Studio on my Mac, and then some reference files when I was doing this. All right, let's see how it went. See how it went. It's gonna come together. It will. Live streaming on twitch.tv. Or it won't. You know, those are the options, right? Those are the options. Wasn't she looking so good? Whoa. I really enjoy the 5. Stop it, you. I lost her. She's gone forever. Also, one of the chatters said, I've heard some people use VTube Studio alongside vBridger. No, that's not what I was trying to read. Everyone's struggling with this. Is pretty good. Oh my god. We are, let's see. There are 381 parameters and we are 40. All right, how mature is my face? Cabbage, what's up? I promise this is educational. You will learn something. Hi. I know, isn't it? It's so good. It's called a 5-head, if it's this big. It's what it, I think that's scientifically what it's called. Also, like, where is the forehead parameter? What is my problem? Forehead. See what I'm doing there? Doesn't exist. Nope. Forehead. That's not how you spell forehead. Hair. That's not how you spell hair. Oh my goodness. Okay. Doesn't want to show me hair? Show me hair. Promises is educational. Okay. There's nothing I can do about that. Details. Okay, makeup, eyeliner, ears, animal ears. Come on, get to the point, Cheugy. Body, boob size. Uh-oh. Moles, nails, hair. All right. Maybe if we just put bangs on her, it'll be fine. Also, my sliders weren't working. Bangs. So I had to use, I had to key in things. It's having a lot of problems on Monday. Although it was a Monday. Hey! Look at her! That's all she needed is bangs. Just wait for it. She just needed to get banged, and then it fixed everything. Yep. That's how these things work, I think. So anyway, that is exactly what happened. And also, I don't know why, but when I opened her the first time, look at her. Look at her. She's in there. Yep. All right. Click and drag. Cool. Scale and rotate. Then what? Sure. So like, what happened here? Like literally what happened? This is how I uploaded her. And I just, it was a fail top to bottom. I also couldn't spell failed right. I'm sure you all noticed that. Listen, I never claimed to be good at spelling. I think everyone needs a character flaw, okay? I would be too powerful if I also knew how to spell. Anyway, I ended up giving up shortly after that and playing video games. Like any good streamer, right? But I was also very bad at that. Anyway, so that was on Monday. It is now Wednesday. Then all of Tuesday, what I did was I got into VTube Studio, started trying to find tutorials online, could not find anything that would actually give me an overview of or explanation of like, what is VTS? How do I use it? What are all of these buttons? I don't understand. I truly do not understand. So I ended up making a guide. Here's my Twitter. Yeah, here's my Twitter post about it. No experience? No problem. I'm a mess, but I learned a lot over the last 24 hours and even made a guide. Enjoy. Like, look, thumbs up, the absolute noob supplemental guide for Sasuke's customizable 2D VTuber model, because that's the level I'm at. I am an absolute noob. So I came in and I went step by step. There's 3 sections. There are more than 3 sections. There's setup and import, recoloring the base model, customizing the model, configuring the model, and then advanced customization. So setup and import. Hey, import model into VTS, go to settings, enable remember scene, just do that off rip. I feel like I'm yelling now. Go to model settings and save active expressions. This is how you make sure you save your work. I feel like there was something else new in here that I was like, I should do this. Oh yeah, quality. I think that was what I wanted to do. Shut up. I don't know. Whatever. Recolor the base model. Optional. So, most of the model recolor options are going to be available as parameter sliders in the next section, but I'm going to walk you through why I think this version might be best. Customizing the model. This is where you find the sliders, how you save the sliders, all of that, because it was very, very, very difficult to find because this did not exist. I literally was like, I don't know where I'm supposed to be clicking. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So get rid of that. So I'm gonna walk you through this, how you save it, and how you use it. And then configure model movement. I haven't gotten this far yet, so watch a YouTube video. You're welcome. I know, I'm quite silly. And then some advanced customization, editing the files. So this is that art mesh thing. I also bad at art, so I don't, clearly you saw me try to do this. It is not for me. It is not for me trying to learn how to recolor this, but it's possible for those more artistically inclined. Okay. Great. Basically 30 minutes of some bullshit before we get into the real thing. Hey, look at me. This is the program I use. Truly thought I had hid that. Anyway, I'll move that to my secondary screen so that we can actually jump in. Okay. So, what do you do? How the hell do we do the thing that we do? Let me move this to a... Great, and then... That feels right. Does it matter? No. But I want to be sure that we're all seeing the same thing. All right. There we go. More of me. And I gotta be smart. Okay. Here we go. Starting out, opening VTube Studio for the first time ever. I'm going to walk you through how to do all of the things. As I mentioned, there is this guide. We're going to do these steps. Step 1, set up and import. Step 2, recoloring the base model. Step 3, customizing the model. We're gonna do those 3 steps. We are not going to configure how the model moves because I don't know how to do that. We are also not going to configure, do any of the advanced customizations like adding a tattoo. So, buckle up, buckle up. All right, so when you first open it, you might have a default model here. That's totally fine. You might see a different background. That's also totally fine. But double clicking is supposed to remove this. Double clicking, I guess, hides it. Or, excuse me, brings it back. So if you, for whatever reason, are missing that, double click and it'll come back. This top one here is to change your model. Let's do that because we don't have a model. These are the default models that you will see. Import your own model. If you click it, here is where you need to drop that file once you have unzipped it. There's always going to be this handy open folder button, and it's going to open a folder. Mine is on my secondary monitor because I don't want to see you. I don't want you to have too much junk. I don't want you to have to see all my junk. Let's see, maybe I could do this. If I drag it. Oh wait, you are already seeing the junk. Whoops, it opened on the wrong one. I'm an idiot. It's fine, don't worry. All right, so all you have to do, unzip the file. Do not edit the name. Don't edit the name. Don't edit anything at all. Just drop it in as is. All right. Once you have dropped it into the correct directory, hit OK. Nothing will happen, which is fine. Click this model again. She'll be there. If for any reason she's not there, you can click Unload Model, and it should refresh then. You don't need to go through all of that of like going to settings and file directory and closing the application and doing all of that. Just do it this way. I find it very useful. We're going to be using the 2K model because that's normal. All right, how to move the model. Click and drag. How to scale the model. Just scroll. To scale, just scroll. To rotate, scroll while holding control. Cool. I clicked to get rid of that. Now, I have turned off my camera, so there is no tracking on this model. I've discovered as of late that it was much easier to edit the model when I did not have her moving all around. It was difficult for me to do that. So if you want to turn off your model tracking, all you have to do is go to settings, and it's going to automatically take you to this settings window. Camera is where you're going to turn off your tracking or enable your tracking. That's up to you. I'm not going to click that though, because I don't want to. Anyway, step one. We're already in settings. We want to make sure that remember scene is toggled on. This will always ensure that when you open your program, that you will get the last thing that you saw. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the second option, model settings. So here's where I got tripped up because I was just clicking all around. I went to customize model. That's not how you customize the model, folks. But I am going to show you one thing. So customize the model. There are all of these options. I don't know what they mean. And I'm sorry for that. I truly am sorry for that. If you know what they are, put a comment. Help me out. But I do know that this fourth one called customize, multiply / screen color for art meshes. I guess an art mesh is an individual art piece. Those things that were in the Photoshop file that are movable. So that's an art mesh, I think. I'm seeing the word color. Great. So I come in here. Mine took a while to load. So we're just gonna talk. I guess I could have talked about why I don't know what these things mean as we were waiting. Spinning wheel of death. I think the performance issues are not due to my computer, quite honestly. I think it's because I'm on a Mac and using a program that was not optimized for Mac, if I had to be honest. Okay. Important. Many artists do not want their art to be modified, and it can be considered rude to do so. If you recolor parts of your model and you didn't draw it yourself, make sure you have permission of your artist. Very important. Do not do this to any old model. We specifically got permission, it is in the TOS, that we can edit kind of anything on it. So I'm gonna say okay. And then what we have here is a bunch of stuff. These are all of the art meshes. So I believe that they specifically correspond to every single individual piece that was exported from those atlases. Okay, so rather than clicking on each individual one of these, what we're gonna do is we're actually just gonna hover over the model. And as you can see, it'll highlight a very specific piece, AKA art mesh. And up in the top left, it'll say what it's called. So if we want, we can say, okay, this is called frame hair 3. So what we could do is we can either click that, this frame hair 8, and then it'll filter down all of the stuff that's kind of next to that. It'll start filtering it, but if I'm gonna say X, and I'm gonna filter, I'm gonna say frame hair. Wouldn't it be cool if I could spell hair? I'm dyslexic, give me a break. All right, so now we can say, okay, all of these layers, all of the hair probably has very similar naming conventions. So we could see here, great. I have now all of my frame hair regardless of the number. This is important because you have to edit these all individually. So if you turn this on, what you will see is you get this, all of these sliders. We have a color picker, we have a hex value, we have a hue, saturation, value, as well as our RGB and A space. Red, green, blue. And A is gonna be our alpha channel, so that is opacity. I am going to, instead of doing it that way, I'm just gonna click a piece to make sure, okay, wait, bang, mid 1. Okay, I'm gonna find frame hair 3. Great, so this is gonna be done. Frame hair 3. So, if you have a model reference, so like for me, this is my reference sheet. As I had said, I am now a fish, so this is irrelevant. But reference sheets are going to be incredibly helpful for you because they will give you a color picker, or like a way to find colors. Not a color picker, but a way to find colors. Show colors. And over here, I have an eyedropper tool. And I'm going to pull this, I'm gonna make part of her hair red. Oh, down here. Whoops. Here. I'm gonna make part of her hair dark red. So I've got my hex here. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna paste it in. I don't know why it does this. I got very scared when it did this originally. You just have to click off of it and then it'll go to the right color. I don't know if this is a programming issue with the Mac specifically or something else. But that's what that is. And then you can also mess with the opacity if you want. Ooh, spoopy. And then hit OK. And then again, it goes back to, I don't know what a screen is, but there we go. So, why on earth would we want to edit every individual element like this instead of just using the sliders? Well, 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is you can do very granular details here that you might not find in the sliders as easily. You can get better differentiation, whereas the sliders are going to give you better uniformity. This will enable you to target very specific areas. You can also do that on the art mesh, of course. But then also what you are editing here is the base model versus editing on top of the base model a toggle, or aka an expression. So if you accidentally hit it, your model is going to be a little bit more close to how you want it to look versus getting the quote-unquote white man jump scare. I think you saw one of my chatters do that sometimes with these customizable models. If you accidentally hit the wrong key, the base model will be revealed and you'll see this. But if you match the skin tone, eye tone, all of that, it's just like, oh, that was a different outfit. Oops. So you can edit all of the colors here. I don't know if you can edit other things here, like exclude art mesh from item pinning, select art meshes that delete items. I don't know what these do, but you might be able to change the base model even further. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. Let me make sure that I got everything from my list. So let's see. Go to settings, go to model settings. Oh, we forgot to save active. Oh, we're not there yet. That's why. We're not there yet. I did the optional base recolor. Okay, so select customize model, select multiply art meshes, select individual layers by hovering over parts of the model, and toggle layer on, adjusting colors to your liking. Fantastic, we did it. We did it, and if we closed our program, it would be saved because we have edited the base model. Cool, and it's always gonna be like that. So, I lied. Okay, we are in the model settings. We're going to click Save Active Expressions. What does this do? If this is on, the model will save any current active expressions. This means that active expressions will stay on this model when you restart vTube Studio or change models. This setting will also be used when you create a live 2D item from your model. Okay. This was something that the Discord mentioned for a very specific reason, and I cannot recall why. But apparently it saves your work. It's like autosave. All right, so you know how to do that now. We're gonna go over to hotkeys and settings and expressions. So this is where all of those quote unquote toggles, sliders that you have seen, basically what an expression is that it is an override to your base model. We are changing things so that we can toggle them on or off. This model, since it is a customizable, has quite a few parameters or items that you can adjust. So those are called expressions. We can see here, these items are what are called hotkeys. Hotkeys enable us to toggle on or off expressions. So if we hit plus here, we have a hotkey action, which is to set or unset an expression, aka toggle it on or off. We want to add earrings. This is not a good one because we cannot see the hair. Let's do glasses. And we're gonna do left control and F10. Do I have left control F10? Nope. See, Mac is different. I'm gonna re-record this. I'm gonna record this as 9, and I'm gonna record this as 9. I don't know how to clear it, but if I hit numpad 9, I can turn on and off the glasses. Can I? Yeah, I can delete it there. I'm a noob. Give me a break, okay? Please. I'm trying my best here. All right. So that is essentially what a hotkey is it enables you to toggle on and off an expression. And an expression is essentially overrides or presets that enable you to change the look of your model. Can I drag you down? I've locked her. I've locked her. lock again. Now, how do we actually edit this model? As you can see, no matter what I do here, that red thing is always going to stay there because I edited it on the actual model settings. Expression editor. Okay, so these are all of the preset expressions here. They are saved as JSON files that essentially tell the program what to move, what to change, what to swap out. So we are going to start by creating a new expression. And again, an expression is just a series of overrides that change the state and look and feel of our model. Okay, so we have a ton of parameters. We are going to start by naming the expression. Why? Because I can continually mix up that this is the name of the expression and not a search bar. So, number one, it's for my own sanity. Number two, because I want to. So I'm gonna call this Cheugy. You can call it default, you can call it whatever. And I'm gonna change one thing on it to make sure that I'm not putting a lot of effort and energy into something if one part is broken. So unlike the other thing, I cannot click parts of the model to be like, I want to change the eye color. I want to change her skin color. I instead have to find the parameter down here. So here's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to, some artists, these headings, they will make it so you have to turn them on. It does not seem to be the case that you need to turn skin color on to edit the skin, but I'm going to show you how to edit the skin tone. So skin color, we're going to go hue, saturation, darkness, intensity. Now, these are what the currently exist, and again, we're doing overrides to this. So if I'm going to slide my skin hue, nothing happens. What the hell? Well, that's because my saturation is at 0. Saturation is the amount that this is going to affect. So I'm going to say my saturation is here, and then I can edit my hue. Ooh, that was a very cute color. And then darkness, I'm going to say not dark, and then it's shine intensity. Yeah, not very shiny. No shine, please. Okay, so I've edited the hue. I can see here that she's clearly blue. Fantastic. I've edited it to be my name, and I'm gonna say save. Excellent. Now I'm gonna try to find it. It's not here. What the actual F? Well, I don't know why, but on a Mac, it does not like to cooperate. So that has just been lost forever. I would have sunk a ton of time into that. I researched it a little bit, and it said that the file wasn't saved correctly. So maybe it's because maybe it's because I dropped the file instead of doing the browse extension, etc., etc. I haven't actually gone to troubleshoot that. So I've just exited it out of the settings menu, and now I'm going to double click to get this. I'm going to click the model, and I'm going to say import your model and open folder. Why am I doing that? Because that's the easiest way for me to find what I'm looking for, because this file directory is super hidden. All right, so I am on the 2.0 model, or excuse me, the 2K model. I'm going to come into expressions, and I can see here Cheugy is not here. But here's what I can do. I can take one of these and I can duplicate it. Make a copy. No? Copy? Okay, I don't know what's going on with my computer as of late, but it really wants my passwords. Okay, so you can see here it says the name of the expression and then copy, but we're gonna update this. We're gonna update this to say Cheugy, and I'm gonna delete copy. I'm gonna hit enter. Oh my God. Oh, your God. Okay, now Cheugy is in here. Okay. Again, I don't know why it did that. Thank goodness I discovered it before I put hours of work in. I don't know where that thing went. Quite honestly, I don't know where that save went. All right, I don't need to upload a new model, but I do need to go to settings. And I need to go to expression editor. And I need to now search for Cheugy. Excellent, it's there. I'm going to select it. And again, because we copied that other parameter, it's gonna show here. So I'm actually gonna toggle that off, 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 and then it got rid of that little wispy bit. I don't know what it's called, a hong? All right, so we're gonna, again, make sure that we did the right thing and that is saving appropriately. So I'm gonna go saturation, skin hue. Can I get it back to that blue? No darkness and no shine, please. No shine. All right, save. Okay, Cheugy, there it is. Click select. We can already see parameters 4 instead of 3. Select. Hey, she's there, cool. Save. Exit. But now how the hell do I make her blue? Right? We called that expression Cheugy. I'm not seeing that here. Fine. We're gonna hit plus. We're gonna say D. We're gonna edit. We're gonna hit the little here, edit. Cheugy. Yeah. And then I'm gonna say hotkey action. We are going to set or unset an expression. See, there's a bunch of different things that you can have here. You can change your background, change the model entirely, take a screenshot. You can do so many things. But we are just going to set or unset expression, select expression. We're gonna find Cheugy. Excellent. And then the key combination, I'm gonna record this as numpad 8. So now, it already saved, so now if I hit numpad 8, woohoo, there she is. There she is. And if I exit out of this, and if I close settings, whatever. I'm just gonna quit. I'm gonna hard quit. Command Q. And I will go back and I will reopen VTube Studio. And if all things were done correctly, we shall see the gal in all her prime. Saved exactly as we left her. Woo-hoo! Yep. But now if I accidentally hit F8 because I'm in a game or something, it changes her. So that's where we get the quote-unquote white man jump scare. Whereas the red part that we edited over here in model settings, that's always going to be on the model. It's not just an expression. It is part of the isness of the thing. So yeah, that's it. I think that's it that I wanted to do. Let's see. Customize model. We've selected the expression, created a new expression. We've named the expression. We toggled the individual elements on. We closed the dialogue, hit the plus button, added a hotkey, and now we have a toggle. Great. Ooh, what's this? Alternatively, instead of closing the dialogue, you may select create new hotkeys for all unused expressions in the dialogue. But hey, it will create a whole lot of hotkeys. Okay, so for whatever reason, this model in the expression editor, if you click create new hotkeys for all unused expressions, select, there's a shit ton of stuff that does not have hotkeys associated with it. And these, if you click OK, here's what happens. Now they're all expanded and they're all here, and you have to go and set the actual hotkey for them. And that's just too much, but it is easy. But at least for me, I don't know that I want to do that. Like, what is pleading? I wish that there was a play button. There might be a play button somewhere. Nope. It's just to edit it. See, if I knew more stuff, it'd be great. But I don't. Record, let's do F7. All right, what does F7 do? Oh! Oh! Okay. So, here's a good little tricky. So here, for the pleating, let's see if this does it. Okay, F7, fine. Expression editor, we're gonna go Cheugy. I wanna edit those eyes. Eyes. Nope. It's not my fault. Okay, eyes, color. Hue, saturation, darkness. So if I change... Oh, these are eye whites. I don't need eye whites. I need eye... That's still eye white. I think maybe they're just called irises. Let's see, let's just get rid of that. Face, skin, eyes, eye, color, left, iris. Okay, hue, saturation, darkness. Cool. So, I'm gonna make this that eye very blue. Very pink. Cool, so we're saving this. Eye white, save. Cool. All right, so we saved it. It's gonna clear all of that. So as we recall, I think I set Cheugy to 8. Yeah, so I'm gonna get that. But now if I do the pleating expression 7, it got very blue in here. Oh, I accidentally just turned off 8 instead of turning off 7. So let me see if I can zoom in, get a better look at that. All right, so like, this is still blue. I couldn't find a way, if I'm gonna be honest, to edit this part, the blue part on the outside, which is why, let's see, 7. Yeah, maybe it is, I don't know. I could not finish my sentence, apparently. Okay, expression editor, Cheugy. Select. Okay, so I could not find a way to get this blue part. Oh, interesting. So it saves all of the used parameters up here. Okay, eye color, left, pupil opacity, eye white hue, eye white, darkness. So I want to get rid of that blue. That didn't do it, but at least we can see the blue a little bit better. This one, no. This one, no. Well, actually, I'll opacity. All right, so that pupil shape. Woohoo! Perfect. Yeah, I could not for the life of me find how to get rid of the blue. Maybe someone else could, but it was driving me absolutely wild. All right, as you can see, hey, retains that, great. 7 though. Weird. So if I come over to model settings, and I'm gonna turn off that stuff. I can come to customize model. I can come to multiply, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit that blue part, because again, I can do the minute details that carry over into everything. And I just like this a little bit better, personally. Is it the right way to do it? I don't know. But at least I'm trying. At least I'm trying to make sense out of it. Okay. Okay, iris rim. See, I didn't see iris rim. Oh, blue rim. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the blue rim, and I'm gonna make the blue rim some other color. That's just blue. All right. All right. It'd be great if I just got a color picker. It'd be great if there was a color picker that I could just pick that color. But there's not. That's not how this works. Okay, so blue rim, iris rim. More red. All right. So we're getting closer, right, with each of these iris base. Oh, okay. So I just totally overrode all that stuff. Okay. I'm gonna turn that off. Cool. So can I hit okay. I've edited the outside 7, but that inside is still blue. It sucks that I can't toggle while I'm in here. Let's see. Select. Oh, it takes a while. So this, I think, would be a case for if you do have experience or expertise and you want very specific colors, it might be, or textures, it might be advantageous for you to come over here into your texture, click on eyes, body, wings, tail, skirt, shorts, top, fishnets, face. Face and face parts. There we go. So, eye parts. So you can come in here and be like, oh, there's that blue. Found it. I can change the color of that. The default to it. I don't know what pleating is. I know what pleating is. That's literally what we're looking at. So you can come in here and have even more granular detail. What is happening? Hi, get out of here. Okay, whatever. Okay. That's very rude to update. Great. But at least it's there. And at least I can click on this. And iris base, perhaps? That's not quite what I wanted. Okay. So yeah, anyway, you do you. You do whatever your heart desires. Plead pupil shadow. Plead shine. Plead pupil. Holy shit. Now I'm just messing around. Okay. So anyway, all the items that you make here will carry over into the different expressions. Okay. Well, that's it. That's all I have. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it right. I wanted to make it up to you all for just totally biffing it so hard on Monday. But I have learned quite a lot. So I hope that it was useful to you. I will try to go back and add chapters and make it even extra easy on you. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments. I am probably will plan to make a better version of this in the coming future when I know more. All right, best of luck. Can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye.